Hi, I'm Dave McIntosh, and I love spending time in nature. Come with me as I take you on another one of my adventures. In this video, we are going to travel again to Algonquin Park in Ontario, Canada, and have a very special encounter with a moose that came a little too close for comfort. Before I begin, if you like my videos, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. On this trip to Algonquin, we traveled up the biggest lake called Opeongo. There is a creek at the far end of the lake where moose are known to frequent, called Hailstorm Creek. It took us several hours of canoeing to get to that area of the lake, and we found a campsite open at the mouth of the creek, which was perfect for us. After setting up camp and having supper, we decided to go for a paddle to check out the area, as we'd never been there before. We hadn't gone far when we saw a cow and a calf eating along the side of this wide creek. Excited that we didn't have to wait long to find a moose, I started capturing them as they enjoyed a late dinner. We hung around for a while and enjoyed our time and luck, and then went back to our campsite and relaxed for the evening. As we enjoyed the campfire and relaxed, after a full day of canoeing, we were surprised when we saw what we believe was the cow and calf swimming across the small bay in front of our campsite. Now I knew moose could swim, but I had not seen them travel so close to a campsite before, with us sitting and talking outside. That was our second surprise, but there was more to come. In the middle of the night, I was woken up by an elbow in the ribs and a question. What was that? What was that? It took me a bit to wake up and then to hear what my wife was talking about. But then I heard it. It was this deep breathing sound just outside our tent. I instantly knew what it was. It was the cow moose that had wandered into the campsite and was just outside our tent. Now moose are big, but for the most part, they are not aggressive or dangerous unless you get them angry. Then they could run you down. With our hearts racing, we laid there wondering what the moose's next move was going to be. After a bit, it moved off and we went back to sleep. A while later, nature was calling, so we got up and out of the tent, and as we did, I noticed the cows standing in ankle-deep water on our little beach at the front of the campsite. I couldn't believe it. It was still hanging around, but there it was. It had its eyes on us as we moved around a bit with a flashlight. I'm sure it was wondering what we were, aliens or something? Then it started calling for its calf. We did what we needed to do and got back in the tent. Then it ran through our campsite calling for its calf, which was probably sleeping somewhere behind us. It took a bit for us to get back to sleep, but in the morning we had the campsite to ourselves. That trip to Algonquin was amazing. We had several other sightings of moose and canoed through some really rough waters. We had some great campsites, and our time in the wilderness was one of the best. When we went back to the same area a few years later, we didn't see any moose. That is just the way it goes when you're dealing with wildlife. I hope you enjoyed my adventure.